Well, here we are. The end of Bloodborne. I thought this would take a little longer. This is probably episode 24, 25. It went pretty well. It lasted not too long. Had my fun. But now we go to see Gehrman. Before that, look at all these. Look at all of the hunters that have been here before us. Trodden graves. All abandoned and forgotten. This truly is the hunter's resting place. I just realised before doing that, you want to do something very important. You want to do something very important. These cords here. For a second I thought I was running my skill build. No, these cords here. You only need 3 of them. But make sure you use all 3 and then speak to him.
You've done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy. You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream.
Now this is a divergence of endings. If you submit your life, and I will show you this, then you'll wake up in Yharnam after the hunt has finished. But we're not going to do that, Gehrman.
Dear, oh dear. What was it? The hunt? The blood? Or the horrible dream? Oh, it doesn't matter. It always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean up after these sorts of messes. Tonight, Gehrman joins the hunt.
Gehrman, the first hunter. Hands down, my favourite weapon and favourite fight in the game. Like, he can be difficult as all hell, but it's just, there's something brilliant about the final boss being just a guy like you, but better. There's just something about that in anything, in games and movies, where the final boss isn't a giant monster, isn't a giant beast, it's just a man like you. Just a hunter who has grown tired with everything. Nope. He can parry you. Everything that your character can do, everything a hunter can do, he can do. Parries, combos, backstabs, strong attacks. In every sense, he is just your character, but better. Well, I say better. Whoever wins this is the better one. Yep. Are you gonna do it yet? No. Okay, I got some time then. There we go, phase 2. I don't believe you can parry him when he gets to this phase. Okay, if you can, then the parry window is just a lot shorter. Also, I'm pretty sure it's bone marrow ash he puts into his gun, because no matter what you do, when he shoots you with his powered up gun, you will be in a repostable state, so he can just visceral attack you without any problem. Don't go near that. Although it seems great, he's charging up something, he's standing still, 3 hits and whatnot. Don't go near that, because I'm pretty sure it's a 1-hit kill no matter what you do. Also in this form he has quickening. Which I guess would make sense. It was his apprentice that created the technique of quickening. Come on, Gammon. This was so much easier on my skill character. He got me on the back swing. God damn it.
You must accept your death. Be freed from the night.
The doll just sits there like, eh, try again. It's all good. We will do this. I've gotten too used to the skill build. Which is something I never thought I'd ever say in my life. Oh wow, he powered through that. Okay, well. I'm clearly doing something wrong. I should just stop trying to parry that attack, because I clearly can't. The only thing I'm not entirely sure about, lore-wise, is why Gehrman wants to fight. I may as well speak about it now, but I wasn't going to speak about it till after because I figured I'd beat him in the first attempt. But I guess I can talk about it now since I have the time. The Moon Rune states that the Great Ones of the Nightmare are sympathetic and often answer when called upon. So, as we read from one of the... I've never seen that combat before. As we saw from one of the umbilical cords, Gehrman called a Great One to create the Hunter's Dream. Quite possibly he created the... Oh, not created. He called upon the Great One once the Healing Church had abandoned the Hunter's Workshop and abandoned Gehrman. So he had nothing to live for because he had been abandoned by the church. They had their own hunters. They ignored his teachings. which is when he most likely would have called the Great One to create the Hunter's Dream. Oh, back up. But then, as we saw from that dialogue of his when he was sleeping, he doesn't want to be in the dream anymore. So, the only reason I can think of as why he's fighting would be the same reason as to why... Just unlock from him for a second. Why the dream's now aflame. The dream had a purpose. It was granted to Gehrman for a purpose, to guide hunters along their journey, along the hunt. The hunt is over now. We sought pale blood. We transcended the hunt. We killed an old one in the nightmare, who was basically the source of this night's hunt, which was Murgo's wet nurse. So I'm trying to get my mind right while fighting Gehrman. But so yeah, from what I can surmise, Gehrman's fighting us to see if we're truly ready. If we're truly no longer need Gehrman. His job is to guide new hunters into the night and onto the hunt. If we, after all we've done, if we can defeat Gehrman, the first hunter, the host of this dream, this nightmare, then we'll be ready. The night of the hunt will be over and he'll no longer be needed. But what is he making us ready for, I wonder?
The night and the dream were long.
Nope. Peace out. Oh my god, that can be blocked. Oh Jesus. This is not what I had planned. This is not what I had planned. Oh well. Kill me then. Kill me. Come on. There we go. Not exactly how I had it planned, but it all worked out in the end. Why did I want him to kill me? Or why did I want to leave? Because we got a badge. I'll show the badge first off, actually. Old Hunter Badge. This hunter's badge, crafted in Gehrman's time, has no practical purpose except perhaps to assist in romanticizing about the past. The badge was a special privilege of hunters of the past, and should not be dishonored. It should be left in peace unless one is truly prepared to assume the will of those gone before. Assuming the will's gone before. That? Basically what a blood echo is. You're assuming someone's, like, their last wish, their dying will. And now we have this, the burial blade. Trick weapon wielded by Gehrman, the first hunter. A masterpiece that defined the entire array of weapons crafted at the workshop. His blade is forged with siderite, said to have fallen from the heavens. Same material that is in the Blade of Mercy from Eileen's weapons. Gehrman surely saw the hunt as a dirge of farewell, wishing only that his prey might rest in peace, never again to awaken to another harrowing nightmare. And also, we have Gehrman's clothes. They have no gloves, oddly enough, but it doesn't matter. Crafted before the workshop existed by making adjustments to everyday clothing, and later became the basis of all hunters' garb. The hunter's emphasis on engaging beasts with speed and therefore of selecting lightweight attire no doubt traces back to Gehrman's own combat style. So, Gehrman got his umbilical cord, called forth the moon presence. Can we see him from here? Yeah, just about. Gehrman got his umbilical cord, called forth the moon presence, who then created this nightmare, this hunter's dream for him, and then trapped him in it. As to why it trapped him, I guess it sensed that he was old and was most likely on his way out then. But the moon presence most likely had an ulterior motive.
Gehrman awaits you at the foot of the great tree. Go on, good hunter.
She has nothing new to say.
Farewell, good hunt.
I have his badge. I killed him. Whatever. Anyway, I believe, and this has also been theorized by a few other people, that the purpose of the hunter's dream, as I said, is to allow Gehrman to guide hunters along the path of the hunt. But it's in flames after we killed a great one in the nightmare. After we stopped the night of the hunt. So it's possible that the moon presence here has had the ulterior motive of using Gehrman and the hunt to kill great ones, maybe. After taking Gehrman as its surrogate child, which we know because as you saw in the cutscene, it tried to embrace us after we killed Gehrman. It was trying to take us on in Gehrman's place as its surrogate child. And you also see that in one of the endings that I'm going to probably show after my failed attempts of trying to teleport out of here. But that ending where we defeat Gehrman and then take his place, the trophies states, captivated by the moon presence, we take Gehrman's place. Also, this move takes all but 1 HP. And he sits there for a while, so you can just get it back. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the trophy. The trophy states that captivated by the moon presence, we take Gehrman's place and watch over the dream. So it becomes our job to look after train hunters to continue the hunt. Come on. I believe he blocked my healing vial. Yeah. That's the thing he can do. He can... I should have dodged to the side, not backwards. But yeah, he can block your healing vials. Which can be quite a bad combination. If he uses the thing to drop you down to 1 HP and then blocks your healing. That can be worrying. I've actually never died to this boss. Like, without it being on purpose, because I wanted the burial blade. So that's interesting. Oh dear. Oh dearie dear. Well. So you, because I'm not going to be using this character. The night stuff is worth a lot, and I'm never, like, I don't see a reason why I'd ever wear that, so. There we go. Actually, is it in this shop or is it the Insight shop? Ah, 10,000, never mind then. Because he's pretty weak to bolt. Ah, well. So yeah, I believe that this moon presence was sympathetic to Gehrman, but also wanted to kill great ones. Or... Okay, wow. Wow. I might just stop talking and just add post-commentary. Yeah, so either the moon presence wanted to kill great ones, or it was just really sympathetic to Gehrman, and Gehrman's wish just happened to coincide with great ones being the cause of the hunt. I'm just gonna stop talking because I'm doing poorly. Like I've never done poorly against this boss, but me trying to wrap my head around possible reasons as to why a great one. Actually, I might have a good explanation as to why in here. As Great Legaris once said, acts of goodness are not always wise and acts of evil are not always foolish. So again, touching on the not necessarily bad, not necessarily good. Because the thing about great ones is, like, none of them really seem friendly with one another. Like, the great ones are a race that exists, yeah, but none of them seem to work in tandem. So maybe the moon presence's goal is, I don't know why I shot there. Maybe the moon presence's goal is to kill other great ones for whatever reason. Maybe there's a bit of explanation in the Chalice dungeons. Maybe there's going to be some explanation in the DLC that comes out. We just gotta hope and see. That was a poorly timed healing vial. What the hell did he just do? I have never seen that attack. Oh, it's blocked my healing. And it lasts for like 30 seconds or something. Something crazy like that. Wow. I've normally stunned it and got a visceral attack off by now. What am I doing differently? There we go. Ah, I missed it. Ah, well. There goes the moon presence and another nightmare slain. So nightmares are basically dream realms that are created by Great Ones. Nightmare of Mensis and Gehrman's Nightmare.
Are you cold? Oh, good hunter.
And that, my friends, is Bloodborne. Now that ending is quite a what the fuck ending. What happened there was we had consumed the umbilical cords, possibly lined our brain with eyes, I'm not sure. And at the start of the game we received Yharnam blood. So we were finally able to ascend to being a great one. That little tentacle thing was us. He had become a great one. I'm wondering where I'm gonna show the other two endings if I haven't already. I might do it now, but as with all Souls games, some people aren't gonna be satisfied with that ending or the ending they get. Because like with Demon Souls, you kill all demons and then you either become a demon yourself or you send the old one back to his slumber. With Dark Souls 1, you either set fire to yourself or you don't, which a lot of people complained about because, you know, they didn't know what was going on. Or that came down to linking the fire and postponing the Age of Dark for a bit longer, or letting the fire fade and then embracing the era of dark or the era of man. Dark Souls 2 didn't have a choice, that was just ascend the throne, which was kind of a cheap cop-out way to rehash the ending for the first Dark Souls, because it was, do you ascend the throne and rekindle the fire or not? You're not given a choice, you just do. And then there's this game, where the three endings are either let Gehrman kill you, let Gehrman kill you and then you wake up in Yharnam the following morning at the sunrise. The hunt is over and the dream is gone. But you see the doll praying in the dream at a headstone for you. And you know, wishing you luck on your journeys in the waking world. If you kill Gehrman, but you don't consume the umbilical cords, then the moon presence comes down, and when it goes to hug you, the screen then goes black, and it comes back, and you're in a wheelchair being pushed by the doll. You look up at the hunter's workshop within the dream, and I believe the doll says either "and the hunt begins again," or "tonight is the night of the hunt," or something like that. Basically saying that the hunt is starting again, but now you have taken Gehrman's place as the surrogate child of the Great One and as the curator of the hunter's dream. And then there was this ending, which is you kill Gehrman, you consume the umbilical cords, you then kill the moon presence, which then ends the night of the hunt, but you also ascend into what's essentially godhood. You become a great one. You become an infant great one, and the doll is there to care for you. You see, now because I didn't plan out where I'm going to show the endings, even though I have them recorded, I am not sure when to speak about this. I can either talk about it now as the credits roll, unless I've stopped the credits and I'm now showing the endings. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But there's hints. There's hints throughout the game and in each ending that you wouldn't necessarily pick up on unless you get all the endings. So I'm gonna wait until the credits finish. The special thanks now, so almost at the end. But I'm gonna wait for the credits to end before I touch on this one last subject.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.
Welcome to New Game Plus. Now, we've never figured out who that old man was. It's never explained. And we also never find out why there was a werewolf rising from the blood and why it burnt when it tried to touch us. But there's two in fact, interesting things about that scene that we know for certain. We have no memory. We are not hunters. We have no memory. All we know is that we woke up after the blood transfusion with this etched into our mind. So what I want to know, when the bath messengers surrounded us and we hear the doll say, "Oh, you found yourselves a hunter," did the bath messengers choose us to be hunters? Did the dream itself choose us to be hunters? Because we are not hunters. Our character came to this land, to Yharnam, to cure an illness that we don't know about. Because that's the only reason why people ever come to Yharnam. To have their illnesses cured by the blood. Our character is not a hunter, yet they had the Yharnam blood administration, possibly as a means to cure their illness or whatever it was. But that's when, as it says in the bandages, I believe. Not long after that, the nightmare began. So we came here, had the blood transfusion. We wasn't in the dream. We weren't in the dream, and yet the bath messengers crowded us, and we heard the doll's voice calling us a hunter. And the fact that we had to be found. It's not hunters are hunters and then they go to the dream. We were found either to be a hunter, or we were found and then made a hunter. So either we showed the qualities of a hunter, we were a hunter beforehand, which I doubt, but it's possible. Skip this. Or as we weren't in the dream and yet we heard the doll's voice, maybe the doll chooses who is worthy of being a hunter? It's possible.
Aha! Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gammon, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do.
You see, even he referred to us as a new hunter. It's a given that hunters, true hunters, have access to the dream. He would know about, he would have seen us. And yet, he is unaware of us. So hunters are... What's the phrase I'm looking for? Hunters are chosen. Because those people in the streets in central Yharnam that we kill, they're hunters. They were rolled up by the church and then went out on hunts. But they were not true hunters. They're just people who picked up weapons to fight the beasts. What makes a true hunter, we can't say. They have this mark etched into their brain, but it's not a Carol rune, so it's not a mark of a Great One. So Great Ones have no bearing on what makes a true hunter. I could be wrong, but this isn't specified as a Carol rune, it's just specified as a symbol, as a mark. Or it says a rune, but it's not a Carol rune. Which could also possibly mean that there's something more. Something that even Carol didn't perceive. That hunters are chosen. Either they're born with it, or a Great One chooses who can be a hunter. Or maybe, as we heard her voice, without being in the dream, the only time we hear her voice without being in the dream, maybe the doll presides over what makes a true hunter. And she could be working with the bath messengers. This all is just crazy rambling, I know. But there's not much to go on in Souls games, especially after only about 2 or so months of being released. But just judging by the fact that at the start of that scene, at the start of the game, you're not even in the dream, and bath messengers crowd you, and the doll says, "Oh, it looks like you found a hunter." So that would mean that the bath messengers can find out those who are worthy of being hunters. Either they decide who's worthy, or they find people and the doll can decide who's worthy.
Hello, good hunter. I am a doll, here in this dream to look after you. Honorable hunter, pursue the echoes of blood, and I will channel them into your strength. You will hunt beasts, and I will be here for you to embolden your sickly spirit. Did you speak with German? He was a hunter long, long ago, but now serves only to advise them. He is obscure, unseen in the dreaming world. Still, he stays here, in this dream. Such is his purpose. Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
I am going to play the endings now, so I can now talk about this final point.
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy. You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream. Farewell, my keen hunter. Fear the blood.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy. You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream. Dear, oh dear, what was it? The hunt, the blood, or the horrible dream? Oh, it doesn't matter. It always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean up after these sorts of messes. Tonight, Gammon joins the hunt. The night and the dream were long.
And so, the hunt begins again.
The doll. It's a theory I saw going around like a day after I beat the game, and it got me thinking, because I'd only seen the one ending, so I didn't notice. But in all three endings, what happens? In the ending where you submit your life to Gammon, you wake up, and the last things you hear is the doll praying for you and saying that she hopes that we find our worth in the waking world. If we succeed, Gammon, she's pushing us around and mentions that the hunt begins again. She's there for us as she is for Gammon. And if we keep it? We do. Created from a shining silver doll tier, this blood gem is a quiet and unfaltering friend that constantly restores HP, the life essence of a hunter. Perhaps the doll's creator had wished for just such a friend, albeit in vain. So she's a quiet, unfaltering friend. She stays by your side. When we succeed Gammon, she stays by our side, looking after us, being our friend and whatnot. Then there's the ending where you succeed Gammon. Actually, you deny Gammon, and then you kill the moon presence and end the hunt. What does she do? What does the doll do? She picks us up, giggles, and coos us like a baby. Because we're an infant great one. At first I thought nothing of it. Until you realise. When you find the hair ornament for her, what does she do? She cries a single tear of joy and asks, "What is this I'm feeling? Could this be joy?" she doesn't understand emotions. Later on in the game, after you kill Rom, when you talk to her, I'll probably have this on screen now. She says, do the great ones understand love? Do they understand the love for their creations? Humans love great ones because great ones created them. But do the great ones love them back? She is a doll created by humans. Do humans love her? She loves humans. Not even she loves humans. Specifically, she says, I love you. Which, of course, best waifu material, come on. But if you take all of these things together into one, when you go off on your own in ending A, let's call it ending A, she prays for you. When you stay and are crippled, basically, I don't think you need the wheelchair, but when you stay in the dream with her, she stays with you. She is there for you to provide support. When you ascend to being an infant great one, she cares for you like a mother. I'm not sure if you see what I'm getting at with all this rambling, with all this crazy rambling, but it's very, very possible. And I'm gonna throw that line of text up on the screen right now, where all great ones lose their child and long for a surrogate. Could be wrong, pure speculation, but I believe, or at least I'm up with the theory, that the doll here, Little Miss, can I get a better look? Our little doll friend, well, little, she's huge, but our doll friend here, possibly a great one. Why would I think that? Well, she bleeds pale blood. Pale blood, sirs and madams. Who in this game bleeds pale blood? Willem, after all of the Great One experiments he's done to himself. The alien babies. The doll. She is either a great one, a true great one, because all great ones we can kill. If we kill her, then leave the dream and come back, she is still alive. She comes back like it never happened. If we kill her now, we can still interact with her body to level up. She never truly dies. So it's possible she might be the only true great one in this entire game. She can't die. I'm not sure if she longs for a surrogate, but she claims to have no emotions, but then when the moment comes for you to be a child, she takes to it. She takes to it like you are her child. It's just an interesting little theory. Don't know how much truth is in it, but I like to think of it that way, that she is a great one. Her pale blood, although she claims lack of emotion, she has a natural motherly instinct. Just how she's cute. Like, look at that. Like, look at that. That's to me, that after going for all of that, that's a bit like when your kid does something cute and you're like, oh yeah, well done. You're just clapping like, yeah, good for you, kid. Well, I could ramble about this forever. I can ramble about how I think she's a great one, and also how she's top tier waifu for this game, or in the series really. I could ramble about how the moon presence might be after killing great ones and then using Gehrman as its surrogate to do so. But I lack cohesion. Can't remember what the word is. But basically, I am not the best source of information for all of this. If you want to listen to someone who can ramble about this for over 50 minutes now, and not be a complete nut job, just just wait for Vatty Video or Epic Name Bro to talk about it. Like I know EMB talked about it in his playthrough, but it might be because he worked on the game and because, you know, if he says anything outright, then you probably won't buy the guide. But he says a lot of vague things. Vatty Video gets to the point. Also, at least Vatty's going through Chalice Dungeon, so he's going to have lore and everything. So that's my take on it. Personally, I love the game. Each ending by itself, not really. It fits the theme and it fits the game. One ending by itself, to me, is not great. If you just get one ending, then that's not worth it, really. You get all three endings and start thinking, connecting the dots. Was it all a dream? Like the old man in the chair said, whatever happens, we may think of it as a dream. Was it all a dream? Is the Yharnam we went through a dream? Is this a dream? Is this a real world? Who knows? All I know is that this game leaves us with more questions than answers. And I love it. But we are done. That is it for Bloodborne. So, I shall see you all later. Peace out.